All right, let's continue on exploring some of the features an author can introduce into their slideshow when using the wall layout app. So what we've done so far is we've created this activity where the first one is it's a different app. It's not the wall layout app. It's just our text app. And so that's just like an intro screen, right? The next one, we illustrated the slide text and what that looks like for the end user. And then we introduced a blueprint. And furthermore, we chalked that blueprint onto the floor. Now, let's add another type of slide. Well, we'll still use the wall layout app, but let's configure it a little bit different. Now we're going to introduce what we call a challenge. So up until now, the slides have had no challenges. And by challenge, I kind of mean that there was nothing that we challenged a user to answer or to complete or to do. Let's introduce an action for them to complete, something that we can grade them on, something we can score them on, do like an assessment. So what I'll do is I will come in here and we'll create a new slide called wall layers again, a new wall layer slide. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to add a challenge. So if I pull down the challenge, you can see there's two challenges we can introduce into this slide. Either a question challenge or a layout challenge. We're going to just do the question challenge in this video, and then we'll talk about the layout challenge in the next video. So let me go ahead and pick question. And what you'll see here is you'll get a bunch of stuff that we can introduce a question challenge to the user. So we have text. So let's ask a question about this guy. Let me roll this up. Let's get a view, and we're going to ask a silly question. We're going to say, what is this subfloor made of? All right, easy. The answer. So that's this question. You can see it shows up over here. So what is the subfloor made of? We're going to say answer one. Let's say concrete. And we're going to turn off the is correct because that is not correct. And we can give so the concrete you can see shows up over here. And then we can also provide some feedback. So if the user were to select this one, this is what would be displayed to the user to say, try something different. Just say, no, the feedback, the color is wrong. And then answer two, let's say drywall. And we'll say, no, that is not durable enough. And then let's add, so as an author, I can add as many answers as I want over here. You can see them piling up over here. But let's go ahead and delete these two. Let's just add, we'll have 3 answers we can do. Okay, so I think it's OSB, sheathing, OSB. I think that's what it is. Strand board, I don't know. We're going to say OSB, and the answer is going to be correct. Yep. Nice work. Yep, let's do yep, comma, nice work. And let's go ahead and save that. And we'll go back to our activity. Let's give this a name. We're going to call this question one. And let's submit that. Let's save the activity. And then let's see what this looks like from the point of view of a consumer. So here I am. Here's my slideshow. Let's go to the first one. We have our wall layout. Okay, cool. Here's our slide text demo. All right, nice. Here is our here's our blueprint with a blueprint explorer. Great. Now let's go to the last question. This is the question. What is the subfloor made of? If I pick concrete, no, the color is wrong. If I pick drywall, no, that's not durable enough. If I pick OSB, yep, nice work. Now we can pair the question with a blueprint or with a slide text if we want. Let's try that out. Let's try asking a question about a blueprint. So I'm going to go back into here. I'm going to create a new slide, wall layout, and we're going to do a challenge of question again. But this time we're going to add a blueprint of A. Actually, we're going to want to show the user blueprint B. But I'm going to start out with blueprint A, and we'll talk through what I'm doing here. I'm going to go ahead and line this up. Give us a little view here. and I'm going to apply the blueprint to the floor. So I just applied blueprint A to the floor. Let's center it up here. Get a nice view of it, maybe right there. Okay. But I'm going to now switch the blueprint to B. So what we're displaying over here to the end user is blueprint B. And I'm going to ask the question, is the subfloor, is the floor chalked? How should we ask this? What I want to do, I'm trying to ask him, is this right? You know, is the subfloor chalked correctly for the blueprint? Kind of an awkward question, but we're going to answer this. The first one will be yep. But that's not correct, because remember, the main the difference between layout A and layout B is the wall thickness. So for blueprint layout A, the chalk lines are only 3.5 inches from the side of the wall because they're 2x4s. Layout B is calling for 2x6 exterior wall, so that means the chalk lines need to be 5.5 inches from the thing. So so we're going to say yes, and this one is not correct, and the feedback will be check the wall thickness. And then nope. And then we'll say nice work, because that one is correct. Let's save that. And we'll go back to our activity. We're going to call this question 2. Rename slide to question 2. We're going to submit that. We're going to save the activity. And let's see what this looks like from the consumer's point of view. So the activity's been saved. Let's go back out to here. So again, we'll just jump back to feel how it goes. So we have our multiple choice about what the floor is made of. All right, we'll move on. Is the floor chalked correctly for the blueprint? So as a user, I'm like, well, let's check out this blueprint. Hopefully I notice there's a couple things I could be checking. Is the rough opening for the door in the right spot? Is it centered? Is it 5 feet from the edge of the plywood? Stuff like that, yada, yada, yada. But what we really know is, are the walls chalked the right distance from the edge of the subfloor? So let's close this out. And as a student, I come in here maybe and I use my tape measure tool and I pull a tape off the side and I zoom in right here. And I see that the walls are only chalked out at 3.5 inches. That's not right. But let's say I didn't do that. So I'd say yes. Nope. Check the thickness of the wall. Oh, nice work. All right, cool. We got it. So there's an example of using a question in conjunction with the floor. And some other things we could have done as an author is we could have moved one of these walls, deleted the chalk line. Could have made it a little more complicated by messing up a little bit. But that's totally up to you as the author.